Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and musicians of all ages, it is Miss Beth here at the Music Studio, and today's lesson focuses on something that people oftentimes overlook. People often think of music as extra, or they think of music in relation to a sports activity. Activity meaning, what is that? Like football or volleyball or whatever they do with a ball. Those type of sports have a season, you know. Football has a season. It's typically in the fall, right? Or softball, it's more of a warm event. Swimming, if you're swimming outside, it's a summer event, right? Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Music doesn't have a season. Music is all year round. Music is not something that is seasonal, meaning, oh, summer's coming, we get a break from school. I guess we'll take a break from music. No, that is really not the way music works. And the reason I say that is your progress, your retention as a musician, you developing into a performer, which is what I would want all my music students to eventually want to do, is more performing, perform regularly, perform at recitals, perform at band concerts, perform at church services. In order to prepare for those, you can't have an off season. Oh, I just learned how to play Amazing Grace. I'm going to play, and then I'm going to take 3 or 4 months off for the summer. Guess what's going to happen if you take 3 or 4 months off? You're going to come back and go, my calluses are gone. If you did it on guitar, I can't play now. Oh, it's sore. Oh, what is this chord? Oh, I forgot to play that chord. Am I in tune? My ear doesn't remember how to do it. Am I supposed to sing this? Where? Oh, the timing. Of course, a song like that, you probably, in your mind, you're not going to totally forget. But playing it, you can definitely forget. Playing an instrument is a lifelong activity. My old flute teacher, God rest his soul, Dr. Ralph Gunther, who played with the Fort Worth Symphony and was TCU professor emeritus for many years, when he was already semi-retired, he still taught me in high school. And I will tell you, I loved sports of baton twirling. That was my big sport. I was a 2-time national champion. And I would come to my flute lessons, which my mom drove me clear across town directly when school was out. I had to run out to the car. We'd drive straight there because he wanted that lesson to start, boom, at a certain time. And we were always pushing it to get there. And, his wife would kind of smile because that was part of the lesson, was having that purpose, feeling that sense of drive to get there and have the lesson. But he told me this. I was in high school and I thought I knew everything. By the way, those of us that think we know everything later on realize your life, you have a whole life of things to learn. But I thought I knew everything. I thought, oh, I can kind of play this concerto because I was a good flute player. I'll just go in and play. He won't know the difference. He always knew the difference. One day off of practice, one day, you know. 2 days, as he would say, you and your teacher know. And past that 3 days, if you take 3 days off of practice, you and the audience will know that you didn't practice. So imagine what months do. I mean, it's learning all over. If you play an instrument you blow wind into, you lose your embouchure and you have to rebuild it. I mean, when you build your embouchure, it's not like your lips look pumped up from lifting weights. It's just that you lose your tone and you lose everything. So you have to start over. Same goes for voice. You lose that breath support that you've been working to develop to sustain notes or keep notes in tune, etc. So music is a lifelong activity. That's the whole purpose of the lesson. He would tell me the thing about practice. He would also tell me, and Dr. Ralph Gunther knew this, and I told him later that he was right. He told me this. He said, you know what? Music you will have your whole life. You're going to have music, because he already knew I was going to major in music. I didn't know it, but he knew it. And by golly, he was right about everything. Oh my gosh. It's like he had a crystal ball or something. But he'd say, you will have music your whole life. You can always perform music. You have to always practice your music. He said, that baton, which he also talked about that in relation to sports, you will not always have that. Now I kept thinking, I will always have my twirling. He was right. You know, what if you blow a knee out? He'd say, what if this and that? He said that, and that all ends. What if your baton twirling ends? Same thing goes for softball. What if you pull some tendon and you can't play anymore? Or you hurt yourself in football, you have a football injury and it benches you. That can be over. That can end a career. But music is a lifelong journey. It's a lifelong practice. Now, I say that, not that you'll take lessons the rest of your life. I know that. But as far as your progress, you doing well, summer is not the time to take off, or spring break or whatever. The journey continues. And for you to improve, you need to continue your journey. Summer can be looked upon as an opportunity to enhance the journey, to add more music to your playing, to add more techniques and abilities to what you already know how to do. Summer can be the time for you to dig in on some more advanced material because you're not having to hit it at school so hard. You might be doing just a couple of summer school courses or something. If you're homeschool, it's the time to dig in, not the time to back away. I say that because music is something that's a lifelong passion to me, and I just want you to understand that if you're taking time off, I understand sometimes families can't avoid it, but if you can't avoid it, it's better to just continue through. Why? Because then your journey keeps progressing. You can still have fun with it. And remember, private lessons, you only see me once a week. You're supposed to be practicing outside of the time that you spend here. All right, well, that's all I have to say about that. Just remember, good old Miss Beth knows a couple of old tricks or two. Many of my students over the years that listen to the type of things I'm telling you in this video have gone to college, had big scholarships, and continued on to have a wonderful career doing whatever it is they study that they want to do. So keep that in mind. If you want music to be a tool for you later, you can't take breaks because there is no off season. Have a great day.